All right, and here we are inside the locker room, ready for a whole world of sports. We've got half an hour of Peppo feeling like he's right and everything is right with the world. He said he's not going to say anything.
No
He's
comment.
just going to laugh.
No
A little
comment.
laugh.
No
As
comment.
we talk about Serena Williams at some point in this show, but still, Peppo, I give you side eye. Because it's the locker room. We have got Iniobal Monday in the studio with us.
Yeah, good morning. I like the way you guys welcome me. It makes me feel a bit taller also, but great to be here. Absolute pleasure to be here.
Always love
Thank you,
having
thank
you
you.
on the show. And you two guys, you two. So make sure you're joining us up on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. Hi there, YouTube. And leave your comments up on the live stream. You can also send WhatsApp messages in
0809 444 0981. We're on Twitter at Smooth981FM.
Tag us in your tweets. Okay, so let's get down to the rundown of what we've got coming up for you in the next half hour. We'll be talking about Bielsa United and how they've had to debunk rumors over the Ito Cup trophy, whilst Mo Salah made a donation to church after the fire disaster, that Egyptian Coptic church. Oh my goodness. This is why I love Mo Salah.
Yeah,
moving
guy.
on. He's an absolutely fantastic guy. A Ukrainian football league to resume, yes. And Chelsea offers Tuchel contract extension, whilst Man United considering letting Ronaldo go.
Finally.
Ronaldo has already let you go in his heart. Just
Finally.
manifest it. Serena Williams thrashed by Emma Raducanu at Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati. And Peppo, this is your chance. There we go. I just done it. And Naomi Osaka suffers defeat after return from injury.
Her too.
Joshua confidence of smashing music and Gian Eyes Ghana return. And there you have it. That's the rundown for the show.
And let's get it started when management of Bielsa United Football Club has finally opened up on the unpaid 25 million naira prize money from the Nigeria Football Federation for the 2021 ITO Cup champions.
Yeah, the story broke. It's a bit of a funny one because the story broke that Bielsa United are refusing to return the trophy. Usually when you win a trophy, there's usually the trophy that is given to you.
There's a placeholder one for the pictures.
Yeah,
right?
and there you hold it for the pictures, and then you keep it for a year, and then you return it after the expiration of that year when there's a new winner. And then you create a replica. They'll create a replica for you that you keep in your cabinet. But the original one, you have to return it after the expiration of a year. So Bielsa United are refusing to return it. We hear that they are refusing to return it because they haven't been paid the money that they won the trophy in 2021.
So 1 year after.
1 year after. So they are coming out to say it's not true. It's not true that we're refusing to return it. But Kuku returned the trophy. Now you haven't returned the trophy, and you're debunking that. Come on, it's not true. It's a lie. It's rumors and all that stuff. But it's absolute embarrassment. Embarrassment in the sense that you cannot win a trophy, and after 1 year you haven't been paid your entitlement.
Right.
It's quite embarrassing on the people who run football. And ITO is a huge company, and there's so much celebration about the partnership with ITO and the Nigerian Football Federation. There's so much excitement. They're pumping money into football in Nigeria and sport. It was great. But how come the Nigerian Football Federation or ITO, because at this point we need to mention them too, how come Bielsa United have not been paid their 25 million naira entitlement for winning the Federation Cup last year? So it's a developing story, and I'm sure we've not heard the last of it.
I'm still really stuck on the whole trophy thing. I'm confused. What's the difference between the replica and the real one?
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But there's one that it's for
The original.
the original one.
No, but I mean, you've covered sports for a while, and you can, to an extent, tell that before the cup started, that champions, the sponsors would have released this money to NFF.
I totally feel so. I feel like ITO, that big huge company, they're doing great stuff, and they wanted to be part of sports in Nigeria.
Right.
And
They don't like doing bad
I don't
PR
think
or anything
I don't
No,
like
but
that.
this is bad for them already.
it is bad PR for them, but
Already. Whether
that
they
is
paid the
exactly
money or
No,
not.
that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So as a, they wouldn't like bad PR.
Exactly.
That means that they
But
would
look at what the
probably
NFF is
recommend it.
doing to
so
them.
so so this is totally on the Nigerian Football
hashtag
Federation.
who is with the money?
But exactly, I
No.
think we need to start that.
My
Who is
own
with the
is-
money?
My question is gonna be: is this cup gonna change names? Are they gonna be like,
No,
no,
at some point it will change then, because for instance, there's a cup in England called the League Cup. That's the name of the competition. But every time a new sponsor comes, I've been watching football for quite a while. I've heard the Worthington Cup, the Carling Cup.
Yeah.
Now currently it's a Carabao Cup, because these Chinese guys, put money in it.
yeah.
So in the end, the cup might change
No.
name.
I'm wondering, is he gonna change names real quick because of this? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm just wondering too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting one, and we'll keep an eye on it. I'm very sure that we haven't heard the last of it.
All right, now let's talk about what Liverpool star Mo Salah is doing, because he reportedly donated a large amount of his own money to help rebuild a church that was destroyed by a deadly fire in his native country of Egypt, where at least 41 people died in Giza, which is across the Nile from the capital in Cairo, and this was after a fire broke out over the weekend. Ooh,
To think that he's a
it
Muslim.
was
Yeah, it's fantastic story. It's a fantastic story to take, because you always, sports. We talk about the fact that sports is a unifying factor. It's something that brings people together, and it's always excellent when you see a sports person like this, more so an icon like Mo Salah, show this sportsmanship. Show people that you might be a Muslim, I might be a Christian,
Right.
but we're together. We're human beings. I have respect for you. I have sympathy for you. I have sympathy for what has happened to your organization, and I want to make a contribution. It's absolutely great, and we need to live this kind of life. Africans, everybody, we need to live this kind of life where we think about our brothers, irrespective of ethnicity, irrespective of religion, irrespective of social background, and all of that. And that's what Mo Salah has demonstrated, and I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Quite commendable, I tell you. But let's take it to
he's got a big
Ukraine.
heart, man.
And despite the Russia, it looks like Ukrainian Premier League will start again on the 23rd of August. Now, the country's sports minister said on Tuesday that matches will be held without fans, and the stadiums will be equipped with shelters for any, air raid sirens. And I think it's a very brilliant initiative. Of course, they've started exporting some of their corns, their exports to some countries who need grains. So why not sports? Why not football as well?
It is brave. It is quite brave of the Ukrainian people. And in the end, you would always say sports will always win. And we're very happy that, football is coming back to Ukraine. It's quite fantastic. It's huge that after months and months of the hiatus of being decimated by the war, they are finding the resources to be able to get their football back and up and running. And I'm really pleased. Fans won't be at the stadium, obviously, for reasons that we know. And I don't know how they're going to manage it. I don't know in terms of funding, some of the facilities. We hear some clubs had their training grounds absolutely decimated. I don't know how they're going to do, but
And then also we need to even talk about just putting it out there about the footballers that died during the war as war heroes. Of course.
exactly.
And I wonder, if there's what they're gonna do to memorialize their efforts for the
Yeah,
country.
it's very possible. I'm sure the Ukrainian Football Federation will come up with something, because people like that can never be forgotten. Because to be a sports person and to give your life out for your country, it's brave, it's fantastic, it's courageous, and I think they will be celebrated. I'm sure that as the game starts, I'm sure there will be a minute silent. I'm sure that there will be commemorative things to do to always remember these people.
Man, God rest their souls. Okay, and Chelsea have opened talks with Thomas Tuchel over doubling the length of his contract as boss. To which Pep was like, "Why?" Now he won them a second. This is why he won them a second Champions League title. And he's got 2 years left on his existing deal, but negotiations are apparently already underway into adding another 2 seasons as a reward for his success and commitment.
Yeah, but I think this has to do with loyalty, because when Abramovich, went as a casualty of the Russian-Ukraine war, left Chelsea, or forced out of Chelsea, I should say.
Yeah, that was not voluntary.
He was forced out of Chelsea, literally.
He looked voluntary, but boy.
He wasn't. He was forced out of Chelsea. And, if a couple of Chelsea players left, Rudiger left to Real Madrid, it wasn't quite ready to be caught up in the mess that was going on at Chelsea, the uncertainties around, whether Chelsea was going to play Champions League football, whether Chelsea were going to even exist as a football club, because it was, at some point, it looked like Chelsea were going to go into extinction. And, Christensen left to Barcelona. I wasn't quite sure things were going to be okay. Thomas Tuchel stayed. And
by the way, can I say that Chelsea was playing some blinding football?
Yeah.
With all the drama that was going on off pitch, on pitch they were fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And for Tuchel, you always want a manager who's loyal to you. And when a manager or a sports player, a sports person is loyal to you, you want to reward them. And I think Chelsea are well within their right to say, let's give this guy an extended contract. I'm not quite sure, because there's been a few people who are disgruntled about how things are going with Chelsea, but Tuchel, his position has never been in doubt. I'm just wondering if the guy, the Russian guy, Abramovich, if he was still at the helm, I'm not quite sure it would be this rosy. I'm not quite sure we'd be thinking of giving him an extended contract, because there were murmurings around. Chelsea didn't quite challenge for the title. They spent £97 million on Romelu Lukaku last season. It didn't quite work out. But this is a reward for loyalty, and let's just see how it goes. In my opinion, Chelsea have started in a good fashion, even though they didn't take all 3 points against Tottenham, but they're doing well. I think they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine.
Well, if you look at this season, first match was 1-0 and then the draw. They're not doing so badly.
Yeah.
Also sixth on the table. Let's keep fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Apparently, I want the Chelsea fans to send us a message and tell us what they think about this extension, because they are the rightful stakeholders when it comes to football in Chelsea.
I still feel bad for Abramovich.
No, I do. I've got great sympathy for him.
I love that club.
He loved the club. Yeah. He loved the community. And people don't realize that, when you have a Russian guy, as rich as Abramovich, they always think that when they take over clubs, that the Russian people are all about business. They want to make money, just business.
It's all passion.
But this guy, invested. This guy ran at a loss. Clearly, he was investing money at the club. At the end, Chelsea were owing $2 billion, and he was willing to write it off and say, you know what, you can keep the money. I wasn't doing this for you to pay me back. I was doing it because I really love this club. He loved the fans. He attended every game Chelsea, whilst he was in England, attended every game Chelsea played. You're not going to find owners like that. My club, Arsenal, every time, every now and then, you see the guy we call our Aristo, the guy who owns the club, Stan Kroenke, comes around every now and then, but to have an owner like that who comes around every time, shows real passion for the club. I share the sentiments with the shop where I miss Abramovich. I really do, even though I'm not a Chelsea fan.
All right, Chimaobi Victor is saying the NFF still owing Bielsa United. This shows the kind of people we have in the affair of leadership. And for Thomas Tuchel, good one for him, but he should learn to control his temper, because you can't be a football coach and at the same time a boxer. Brother Ini will surely understand this.
I love it. Okay, and this one, Emeka from Amor says, I don't think it's surprising what Mo Salah did. After all, we've seen him celebrating Christmas with his family. Yes, we have, actually. We've seen him celebrating Christmas with his family, with the Christmas lights and all. Religion aside, he's a fantastic human being. Yeah, that's what we're saying. It's not even surprising, because he's just a fantastic human being.
Right, and our girls will handle Canada. Man, you will not sign CR7 and Casemiro. CR7 is never the problem at United. It's normal for successful teams to go through this phase. Kudos to Salah for blurring the religious line. Nerichelo from Ogudu sent that in.
All right, well, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with even more. And let's actually talk Ronaldo and Manchester United. What's going on there?
Music on Smooth 98.1.
Bank is 105
Oh, wow.
to celebrate.
This thing was
we're
August
giving
15th,
away
now it's
another
August 17th.
55 million
You guys should leave me
naira in
alone.
the Save and Win Pali promo too. To stand the chance of winning, Simply save at least 10,000 naira into your Union Bank account every month. If you don't have an account, download the Union mobile app or visit any of our
Okay,
branches
so
today.
coming
The
back,
more you
we've got
save,
Manchester
the higher your
United,
chances of winning
Serena
every
Williams.
month, every quarter,
I
and
know
at
that
the
would be
end
your
of the
favorite
year.
one.
Terms and
I know.
conditions apply.
I see you. Looking so happy already.
Will you take that story?
No, you take it. I'm supposed to take Manchester United anyway. I'll allow you. Go ahead, feel free.
The way up to a whopping 100 million naira.
But mine was how she's like, yeah, no, I don't want an interview. Goodbye, guys.
Drama and a whole lot more. Remember, the higher your package, the higher your votes to save your faves. Stay connected to Big Brother Niger Level Up on DSTV channel 198, channel 199, and Africa Magic. Dial *288# or download my DSTV app. Headline sponsor, Pocket by Baby Vest. Associate sponsor, Flutterwave. Big Brother Niger is rated
So this
18.
ASU, now they are on the strike, are they still paying their lecturers?
They will pay them a backlog, but they will not take leave throughout this year.
Okay.
But it doesn't make any sense. 6 months. Which kind of leave are you taking? They won't pay. They won't take leave, but of course you pay them whether they were in the classroom or not. They are stupid people.
That's why
They know what they're doing. Because if government was firm and said for all the months you were on strike, we will not pay you, I'm not sure all of them will be as united. They know that we're in the house, we're eating. They will still pay us 6 months' salary for not teaching. But they are like, oh, we miss the classrooms. It's not our fault that we're not in the classroom. We love to teach, but we are intentionally not in the classrooms until government meets our demands. We don't want to go back to the classrooms, and next year we go on strike again.
You know how many years they've been on strike and how many months during the years?
That when they come back, the students should take this long holiday as the breaks they will take in between, so they will have first semester, second semester joined together. Yes, that's what they want to do.
And we're back. Studio. All right, people, we've got more sports for you here inside the locker room, and let's talk CR7 now, because Cristiano Ronaldo may actually be allowed to leave Manchester United this month if Eric Ten Hag decides that his departure would be better for the club going forward.
Yeah, okay. At this point, it looks like that marriage is heading for the blocks. I mean, it's heading for.
President, sign the divorce papers.
You know, Ronaldo obviously put the divorce papers a long time ago, and United were dangling, begging, trying to see if we can keep it. When a player says, "I want to leave," I mean, I'm not a football manager, but I can imagine how frustrating it is for a new manager like Ten Hag, and you've got Ronaldo, on arguably one of the GOAT. No, I wanted to say one of them, but he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. You have a player like that in your dressing room. Obviously, you want him around. You want to build something around him and see how much he can help you as a new manager coming in. And to come in and to be faced by that, damning decision by Ronaldo to say, I don't want to be here. I want to play Champions League football. Ronaldo's never played in the Europa League. To have him play in the Europa League, his guy has got pride. He's got pride. Doesn't want to play in the Europa League. And to put it in context, you look at Ronaldo.
Sharks don't swim in ponds.
Exactly. To put in context, you look at what Ronaldo has done in Champions League, the amount of goals he has scored, no one has come near. Ronaldo is always with one side of his eye looking at Messi. Messi is playing at Paris Saint-Germain. Probably gets a chance to score goals in the Champions League. And I'm not playing in the Champions League, I'm playing in the Europa League. He's very competitive. He's feisty. He likes to be in the battle. And at Man United, he can't get that because you look at the level around him, the people around him. I cannot understand how you hear things like Ronaldo is divisive. He's the problem with the young players can't grow under him. Like, how can the best player in the team be the play? But there are
different sides to look at it. If someone wants to leave, please let them.
Of course,
right?
No, I totally agree.
Secondly, if he does leave the team, there are chances that the team could do better.
Why?
Now, he's not been there in a while. They were playing well. He's been there. There isn't as much difference, even in all of the matches he's played. Yes, I know that they are struggling at this time.
Hold on, Victor.
Let's put a bet to it. If he leaves Manchester United before the end of the season, let me finish. Before the end of the season, Man U will pick up, like it or not.
Pick up from what?
With or without Ronaldo, the team will bounce back and do well before the end of this season.
Victor.
Yes,
Victor,
brother Pepper.
We'll see.
Brother,
We're in
brother,
juice right
see,
now.
I hope we can have this
See,
conversation again.
No, we will have the conversation again. I'm very certain about it. Ronaldo is not the problem of Manchester United.
I quite agree. But if he wants to
The
go,
problem
let
with
him go.
no, of course, I totally agree. You can't keep an unhappy player. It's counterproductive.
It really is.
It's counterproductive. When a player is unhappy, look at how Ronaldo was on Saturday. And I'm a big fan of Ronaldo, but I'm not pleased with what Ronaldo did on Saturday. The attitude was really poor.
If you put a younger person who has the zeal and passion and wanted to run around,
Victor, that is where the problem is. There is no younger person with the zeal and the passion.
They will sign it.
Ronaldo has more passion.
There's no one who is
Guess what,
indispensable.
Victor? Ronaldo has more passion than those younger players. The guy who has won everything, won the Ballon d'Or
We'll have
5
this
times.
conversation again.
No, we'll have.
Shall we keep laughing?
All I could hear was people just say, put a younger guy.
Which younger guy?
Passion, who just wants to run around.
It will help the team, like it or not. You will see it. We'll have this conversation again.
Victor, see, I agree with you. I'm not arguing. I'm saying that United don't have the younger person. That younger person that has the passion.
To run around.
Ronaldo at 37 has more passion than those younger players. And guess what? Those players and footballers are like that. Footballers get to a particular level and say, come on, I'm earning 200K every week. I'm fine. Like, I'm sorted for life. 200K every week on a 4-year contract.
It's not the money that's driving him.
It takes an extra level of commitment and passion and desire to keep going at the level of Ronaldo. Those players are United. They've gotten to a level where I make money now, but Ronaldo is not driven by money. The guy makes £1 million on Instagram posts only. £1 million. He's got bucks. It's not money.
It's not the money.
It's not the money.
Well, I didn't
What
talk
he
about
has
the
is
money here.
hold on. What he has is what those players don't have. That thing you're saying running around, they don't have it. Don't
We'll
worry.
see an improvement, but let's keep it going.
Guys. So, that's the analysis on locker room from Victor Pepple. What we need right now are
Shakman,
some
there's
young
no
men
point for
to
all that.
run around.
There's no point for all that. But we'll have this conversation again. Right? We're going to have this conversation again. Should he leave Manchester United? I'm certain Manchester will not stay at relegation till the end of this season.
See you
with
then.
or without Ronaldo, CR7.
See you then.
But let's talk about Emma Raducanu. Because this was how people laughed last week.
Take it away.
No, you people laughed like this last week.
Take it away,
Anyways, Emma Raducanu came out of the winning side of the generational clash against tennis icon Serena Williams with a 6-4, 6-0 win in their first round meeting in the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati.
Yeah, end of an era. Clearly end of an era, close to that point where you feel like it's time to say I've done enough and now I'm drawing the curtains. And it's fantastic for Emma Raducanu. I'm very certain that if she goes on to have half the career Serena Williams has had, she will be very, very happy. But she's one for the future. She's the excitement. She's great. But Serena Williams knows that she's not at the level she used to be.
She's built her team. So here's the thing that really just annoyed me about that game. It's like Emma Raducanu, she was obviously, when she came out, she was blinding, won the US Open and everything. Amazing. Then got plagued with injury after injury after injury that made her lose and then, sometimes have to go off. Why is it now against Serena Williams that she decided to find
turn
her
on the
form?
style?
Why?
It happened. Obviously, Serena has got a lot of things on her mind. The fact that I think she hasn't lost the ability. She's losing the composure.
I think it's a mental. Okay, yeah.
I think she's losing the composure. All that has happened in the past few weeks. The fact that she's mulling retirement. She's almost close to the finish line. It's not. It's too much for her to take. So mentally, she's not stable. Mentally, she's not in a great place. It's not the ability because we know. I mean, when you have this thing, you have this thing.
Focus on Pepper's face. He's had this giant smile on his face.
They say when you're
No
big,
comments.
you're big. When you're big, you're big. Serena is big, and she knows she's got the ability. She's not just in a great place to be able to perform at the level that is expected of her.
I really do think this is a mental thing at this
Yeah.
point.
I like how we just keep making excuses.
Oh
all the
God,
time.
keep quiet, Gary. Keep quiet, Gary.
So, but one thing though, can I just say, Serena's loss this time really just brought out the Shakespeare in some people. Let me read this one because this was the first article that I saw about it. Even in the face of all-time greatness and unprecedented longevity that has spanned 27 remarkable years, time is undefeated and it will eventually come for us all. That's
Brilliant.
how they started article about tennis. So guys, wow. Anyway, so let's go over to your messages now. Going to be taking this one up on YouTube. LK Aderogba says, except Chelsea is going for Klopp or Pep, Chelsea has no choice but to stick with Tuchel. These are the three best coaches in the world right now. And WhatsApp 0809 440 981. I don't know.
I don't want to read some of the messages here. Well, South Africa FA have all paid the ladies that won the last women AFCON their entitlements, but Niger FA, a long story. Jibril on the road sent that one across to us.
And Jesse says, Shapa, if only you had screamed louder into the deaf ears of stubborn Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool wouldn't have suffered this embarrassment. Time player, simple moral instructions. And Josh says, Dear Peppo, what do you have against legends? Today it's Ronaldo. I await your honest response.
Well, he said I should keep quiet, Jerry.
And then we have here Chimabi Victor says, please help us mute Victor's mic. Mute Peppo's mic. He has started again. We just forgave you for your statement on Serena Williams. Now you come again with Cristiano Ronaldo and then came back with Serena. Please, bro, Peppo, why are you doing this to us again? See the way Sugar is laughing at you.
Anyways, that said, let's look at the next story. Naomi Osaka.
Yeah, okay. Let's do this. So I know you have something to say. He already said something at 6:15. So Naomi Osaka returned to action at the Cincinnati Open a week after retiring from her last match with a back injury. However, the four-time Grand Slam champion was unable to end this worrying slump in form, and she lost 6-4, 7-5 to China's world number 44, Zhang Shuai.
Yeah, it's really surprising. And the thing about tennis is, injuries doesn't quite help you, because when you get injured and then you miss competition, because you need to keep playing. You need to keep playing in tournaments, opens, games. You need to keep
that
playing.
muscle memory, loose.
Once you miss one tournament, you miss two, you miss three, you miss four, you miss five. It's a problem. Now she's world number 39 up against world number 44, and she hasn't still gotten herself back. But we know Naomi Osaka is class. We know she's got a real class about her. She just needs to get that level of consistency back and play more tournaments. And hopefully, because the US Open it's coming in a few weeks, and she wants to be in great shape for that. She really wants to be in a position where she can go in there. She's won the title before, and she knows that she's got great ability, but she needs to gain some consistency so that she can be ready for that tournament.
Well, I don't want to say much. She's also lost a couple of games before this
5
one.
out of 7, the past 7 matches.
Yeah, she's also lost a couple of games, and like he said, perhaps injury, and then she's trying to gain herself. But she has a long career ahead
of course.
her. So,
I totally agree.
So we'll forgive her. We'll forgive her. I mean, she has a long career ahead of her. I know what you're going to do. Just what's he going to say? No, we'll forgive her. But I mean, she's been losing in the last couple of matches, and like I said, I don't want to say. Anyways. Anthony Joshua has pledged to rediscover the aggressive side of his boxing when he would face Usyk in Saturday's rematch. But the guy is still on social media. I was here talking on Monday, like, oh, he's no longer on social media for a bit. Man's still there, but he says, hey, it's not stopping anything. You'll see the fighter in me.
I saw a visual of him, doing this. He was working really hard. Obviously, I preferred Anthony Joshua to just skip shot. I probably prefer that, because I just hope that you want to go into a fight on Saturday and show this guy that, I'm the boss here. I'm talking too much, and he's not talking too much, but, when you say things like, oh, I'm going to smash him, I'm going to do this, I don't like it. I know it's trash talking. It's something that is very akin to boxing and all of that, but I expect that he will just go in on Saturday and do the job. That guy is a really smart boxer, and Anthony Joshua knows that he's not going into a ring with a slouch. He knows he's going into the ring with someone who knows what he's doing. So, best of luck to Anthony Joshua. Obviously, I want him to win, but it should be a real cracker. It's just 3 days away.
And we're done. We're done, guys. Make sure you find Ini at Monday_Inyobong up on Twitter. And you can find us at Victor Pepple, at Shock by Martins, and right here on Smooth Breakfast because 9 o'clock Lagos, you will be talking police escort. Say what? We'll find out.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Right, bro.
Oh,
Take it, guys. Friday.
Bye. Where did they always put stoppers? Yeah, Naomi Osaka has not impressed me either. Oh man, I wish we could have
She had
read some more of these
but
messages.
it was a time now. You were already going, so I didn't want to say no messages.
Yeah, no, we'd run out of time. Young is the revelation of the season. Naomi losing to her shouldn't be news. Naomi is on a recovery path and should continue. Who is this person? I wish they left the name. Oh. Who else we have? Chimali Victor. But Pepple, you really have it out against legends. Every one of them is your target.
Leave when the ovation is loudest.
In that case, Naomi Osaka should have left. Emma Raducanu should have left. But how do you know when the ovation is loudest?
How old is she?
So it's not leave when the ovation is loudest. It's leave when you're older, when you're too old for people to think of you as a sports person.
Serena Williams is 41. Now, before she from that injury, right? From that injury, she should have just come back, played, win or lose, just be like, let people know that you're not actively playing. So everybody that she gets on court with who beat her or seek to beat her because they think it's the same Serena Williams that we know.
Oh wow.
What?
Metro Central. Please tell Brother Pepple to always look back when he's going home. Oh, I didn't see this message. That's an active.
Why is your life like this? So that the one that they are threatening me and saying all the and he was so angry, said, keep quiet.
Like you're doing it, I swear.
He said, keep quiet. What is it?
I was there like, how far this guy? Oh well, we are still live. Alright, bye guys. Where did Joseph go?